Okay, this is our first visual. Okay, I probably should have made it black, but hopefully you can sort of see it. Okay, so here I am. I am in here, and this is how we talk about this is how we label the landscape of the body, basically. So in front of me, so this is my day side here. This is day side. If I didn't have such a bright light, you can sort of see it in the bottom. I should have written it in black, but it says day side is this side. This is my night side back here. This is my night side. Okay, so day is what's in front of you, night is what's behind you. Now the sixes right here represent the meridian line. Like, this is harder than it looks. Okay, this represents the meridian line here. So I have my sixes. When you hear me talk about your 6 point, your sixes, those are your side points, and they're usually like the most neglected points of people's hooping. They usually think mostly about day side, they never think about the night side, and then maybe the sides. But once you start to incorporate this whole sphere into your core flow, and even your off body a little bit, you really change your hooping. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about our quadrants. So here we are again. This is so much harder or maybe I'm just dumb. Okay, so here we are. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we do in the hoop path, and I can see I didn't get my line perfectly north and south here, but you get the point. So we break the body into quadrants, okay? So like this this quadrant right here is my midnight to 6 to 6. You can see what I'm talking about. So you have a front 6 to 12 and a front 12 to 6, and then you have, and yours, this might be goofy, but you get the point. And then you have two quadrants back here. These two quadrants back here are usually like the most neglected, and they will totally change your core hooping if you can learn how to activate these two quadrants back here. And then, like when we work on shoulder hooping, I'll honor that shoulder hoop request and on another class. But in shoulder hooping, especially, usually you'll see that you have one active quadrant, but see how my shoulder is all the way back here in another quadrant, where it's tucked down into here. Your shoulder hooping changes with this sort of, or can like open up with this quadrant talk. This is me pushing with that shoulder, back shoulder. This is me pushing with, wait, okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if this is making sense. I hope it is. Okay, so the direction of the hoop is where we're going to go next, and my hope is that you're just sort of hooping to this music in the back. Okay. Okay, so most hoopers hoop to the left, so we're going to start with the left, but I have an overlay for the other one. Okay, so here I am. All right. Now, let's see. Is this right? Am I doing this right? Yeah. Okay. So I am hooping to the left, and so if you imagine that the point of contact, okay, where it's touching you, that is the sun, okay? So as it is rolling around you, the sun is the point of contact. So it disappears, into night and then comes back into day. So because of that, when I am going to the left, as I'm doing right now, it's my right side, which is my AM side, because that's where the hoop is coming on to me. Okay? God. All right, there we go. So this is left current. And you see my 6 AM is my right side, my 6 PM. So if I was to do a 6 PM break right now, it would look like this. See how the hoop is stopped in these quadrants over here. And then just so that I'm not accused of being biased, we'll bring on the other current going to the right. So now you see that the 6 AM has flipped. The AM and PM have flipped now. And this is, let's see. Okay, so this is backwards for me. So this is the direction that the hoop is traveling, and you can see the happy sun is moving around. So this is day, this is night. Day, night. If I want to do a stall at the waist, I'm going to take my slides off and see if that helps. Okay, if I want to do a stall, so what we do in Hoop Path to name these stalls is where the hoop is touching you is what the stall is called. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but a night side stall produces the hoop in day, and a day side stall produces the hoop in night. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what this looks like. All right, so a night side stall would be if I did this right here. This is a night side stall, and it's a night side stall because the hoop is touching my back. Okay. Now to get into the stall, I'm just going to turn as quickly as I can, and you don't have to pull off a complete stall to be stalling, right? We've already shown that. But the quicker I am on the turn, and then you sort of settle into the stall. Now I'm, like we did last week, I'm staring at the other end. So one way that you can work on your stalls wherever you are, on the waist or the shoulders, is to think about these spots. No, rather than think about the quadrant, let's think about the points, okay? So there we go. There we go. There we go. So I can try, and the shoulders is a lot easier with this, and that's why we're going to do shoulders right now, but I'm going to try to think about stalling on my day, or stalling on noon, or stalling on midnight, or one of my sixes, okay? Right now, the hoop is traveling to the left. I'm going to try a day side stall, what I couldn't do on the waist. I'm going to try to do that up here at the shoulders. I'm going to turn. You're trying to match the speed of your turning to the hoop's turning. And big hoops can't help with that. But I'm going to try to turn. I'm going to turn quick. It's like you're catching a fish or something. You have to, it's quick, and then you settle into the stall. So I'm here, and I'm going to try a day side stall. And then once I put it to sleep, the hoop's not rolling anymore, right? I feel a little bit redeemed after my horrible showing in day side waist stalls. All right, that is a stall. Now, what you can do if you're learning these is bring your arms up. If I bring, that was a day side, I can bring my arms up and just keep them just under the current. And then if the current wavers, my arms are there to hold the stall, and I can fold and do some cool shit from there. So I'm here, and if I'm new to this and I'm not that good at it yet, I can bring my arms up just a little bit. Then if the hoop does fall, this is a 3-point stall. I like this one a lot. There we go. All right. Sinuses be damned. So this is like a 1-point stall-ish. This is 3-point. Of course, you can fold out of that. We've done that move a million times. So then this would be a night side stall. And some of you might find these easier. And again, I can do the same thing. I can raise my arms just like I did last time. For those of you that, want to torture yourselves, you can do 6-point stall or 6 o'clock stalls. And that means that one side, I'll try to do my, I'll do 6 a.m. for me first. So what I'm going to do is it'll be this shoulder. You see how it's in the 6 a.m. quadrant over here? That'll be the stalling shoulder. Here we go. Not bad. Okay. So then let me show you what this looks like. Here we go. So this is I'm going to the left. So these directions are to the left here. So my AM is over here, right? This is me stalling it on my AM shoulder. I'm kind of looking back over my left shoulder because that's my right. I'm kind of looking. This is me stalling on my PM. I'm kind of taking big steps with the outside foot. So if this makes sense to you, the PM foot of mine is taking small steps. My AM foot seems to be taking bigger steps. But this is... Now, some of you might want to try neck stalls. Since we're running out of time, neck stalls can be a good way. I think they're easier, and they can be a good way to sort of get past the dizzy and that sort of thing. So the easiest neck stall, in my opinion, is a night side neck stall. So that would look something like... Sweet, 6 p.m. stall. Sweet. Okay, so this would be a night side neck stall. And we talked about this in class one time. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to blast you guys on the mic, but well, yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah. Ooh, okay, so with the mic it's a little hard, but you can use stalls to teach yourself head hooping also. But this is a night side stall. And of course, the faster I can get, the tighter my spin. This is a AM neck stall. Dayside neck stall. 6 p.m. And then back to midnight stall. Ooh. I don't want to ruin the vibe, but just for, since I did mention head, we're going to end with sustained. But just since I mentioned head hooping, get yourself a bandana, a hat, a baseball cap, like a cap with a brim on it. I don't know how many people have baseball caps, but with a brim, and you can learn head stalls really easy, and it leads to head hooping, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a back of the hand stall. I'm just going to turn the hoop, somebody spin the back of my hand. We've done this before, and I'm going to turn the palm to me, and then I'm going to place it, on my day side, third eye, whatever you want to call it, and see how long I can hold it there. Okay, so I'm here. I'm turning. I'll do 2 points. So I'm holding it in 2 points here. And I'm just going to set the hoop on a point of my head. Now this is a stall. In fact, like if you can stall on the head, you can pretty much head hoop. And then this would be a PM stall. This is a midnight head stall. If you have big hair, it might be getting in the way right now. And then this is an AM stall. Dayside stall. Most people, when they talk about sustained spinning, they usually mean off body, so that's what I'm going to assume right now. If you have another name for it, go for it. But it looks like this. It doesn't even have to start from shoulders, but I'm on the shoulders, I'm going to the left, and I grip the hoop, and then I start to spin, right? This is me just spinning on a heel. What I do is I grip the hoop at what would be my 12 noon here, and try to keep it there, and then I'm trying to stay in the middle of it. I don't really want a 2 point. I want just a nice, clean 1 point stall. So I'm here. This is with my left arm. This is with my right arm. And I can make, obviously I'm not wowing you, but you can make that stall without, you can switch hands as much as you want to. 2 point stalls are really fun. This is a 2 point grip. Well, this is, 2 point, I can change my orientation in the circle by pulling my hands close to me. This is like me in the front of the hot tub. This is me at the back of the hot tub. And this is me right in the middle of the hot tub. Well, maybe. One little pro tip too is, this is small hoop stuff. Like I was saying, it helped the hoops get smaller. But is to turn, as you grip, is to turn your knuckles down. Like keep a grip and then turn the knuckles down. And that will lift up the hoop so that it appears to be more flat, and it is. But So as I go into this stall, I'm kind of turning down a little bit just to see if I can keep this back tip behind me up.